All right. All right. I'm curious if the music can be heard. I'm curious if the music can be heard. Hold on one sec. Mitch, can you let me know if you hear? Oh, shoot. What did I click on? Can you let me know if you hear my screen here in a second? Oh no, what did I click on? Damn it. Shoot, what was that video? I got so many.
The stock of Mania.
Can you hear this?
Trading code we're going to trade today. We're going
or not? Oh, I'm back. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear my computer?
trade the markets options. We're going to educate.
Can y'all hear the background, my video, or no? I'm trying out something here. Can y'all hear this?
The trading pub has the best stock of maniacs. And then the market's gonna hold it. So let me ask you something.
You can't? Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna play that. Did they post on the Telegram or not? Probably not. Share, copy. Oh, more Intel. They keep buying those Target puts. Let me see if it's on Telegram. Markets are a mess. What is that guy talking about? Like a buzz rocket. Hold on. That is misspelled. That AI misspelled it. Oh no, where's YouTube? Did it spell? Oh my god. The AI misspelled. Market rips higher on Fed and Trump buzz. We'll just do buzz. That's weird. All right, let's change that. Good lord. Misspelling already. Thank you, AI. All right. Let me get the YouTube chat. Let me get the no on Telegram. I gotta get someone to do my Telegram. All right, I just posted on Telegram. All right, well, I can't see the everything. Oh well. We'll try to fix the setup tomorrow. Ideally, I would like to get everything set up so I could just live stream and don't have to do it all. But anyhow. All right, let's get into the action. We got some earnings too to play. Oh, but before we do, let's get into. Oh, yeah, market's moving fast. Let's get into AI. I don't want no AI. Let's get into the intro video. before we start. Stay tuned. I'm very curious for this intro video as well. Are y'all ready? Where's the chat? No, I want to get this player. Kick my own self off YouTube. All right, here we go live. Let's get into the intro video.
The stock maniacs are with the trading pub. We're going to trade today. We're going to trade the market's actions. We're going to educate because the trading pub has the best stock maniacs. Then the market's going, oh, got hold it. So let me ask you something.
I like it.
What you going to do when Stockomania and each and every one of the Stockomaniacs around the world come running wild?
Wow, that was amazing. What do y'all think about that, huh? Fancy now. All right, let's get into the action. If you guys and girls want to get signed up for the XXP SPX, there's the link. I just posted it on the Telegram. All right, let's first talk about that, just because that's probably going to be the most questions, and then let's get into some trading. We'll have 30 minutes left in the day. Does that link work? It does. My buddy Andrew, he lost his job. I don't know why they use that, but it was kind of funny. All right, so XPX, XXP, it's up a lot. We were at 100%, a while ago, but about 320 bucks today. Yay. Really don't have to do anything. I mean, if you want, you could close it. If not, no worries. Oh, you guys didn't hear the music for the video? Oh no, you guys didn't get the music? No music?
The Stockomaniacs are with the trading pub. We're going to trade today. We're going to trade them.
I don't know. We're going to figure out how to have music with it then. There's a little lag between the Zoom. Yeah. Oh, I thought there would be music. Mitch, can you remind me how to get audio on Zoom or to play on YouTube? Oh man. I thought it had audio. There was music. It just must have not showed that way. Oh, you did? I wonder why some people didn't hear it then. Some Reddit and some Way. Some Way May 35 puts. What is Way? Healthcare? Could be a fraud. Way seen super wide markets. Ew. Way has seen 5,000 puts, mostly the May 35s. They tightened up. Never mind. Too illiquid. I wouldn't trade them. Too illiquid for me. Bad chart. Could crash, but I'd rather not trade it. But yeah, SPX, we got a huge bid. Just sold some bull put credit spreads. They'll expire at max value, so nothing to do. But those moved pretty smooth. You didn't take any pain because the past few days, we've seen, tariff tweets, all that kind of jazz. So some nasty action. But now it's pretty smooth, I'd say. All right. So max value. Again, you don't have to trade big. I did 2 contracts, 320 bucks for actually did 2 different lines because I was trying to make a video on it and I kept trying to get filled. XXP, if you did that one, your max value as well. So that was good. Nothing to do there. Let's see what else. Closed out Rocket Labs, most of the calls, just because we got about a pretty big pop intraday. That was good. Holding a few. Love was good. Stocks on the highs. I should have added at the open, but if I did, I probably would have got complaints because y'all would have thought I was crazy. But love was good. I probably should have held Google a little bit longer. And then Freeport moved pretty good as well. So a lot of good wins today. Netflix calls this morning did very well from the news flow scanner. They started buying Netflix calls. We posted these in the option pit right at the open. They were buying the weeklies and next week calls, and obviously did very well there. And Netflix, Boeing did good as well. So pretty much everything rocking, remember all the people that were saying don't trade, don't buy, the market's in a hurricane. Remember all that jazz? Oh man, that was pretty funny. And here I am. I had to sit there and I'm like, I'm telling y'all, buy the market every day. And we got pretty good rewarded. I got some emails about A-Lab, that stock A-Lab, and they've been buying calls in that one. That one's working out very well. A-Lab, a new IPO. Stock's up like 12% in a couple days. I would just buy the May monthlies. There were some May and June calls recently. It's I think an AI stock. Yeah. AI, TI, PI, all the same. Gilead as well. I think they have earnings, don't they? I think Gilead does. Gilead, Google. Here, I got a list. Gilead, Google, and Stitch Fix. All names or Gilead, Google, and Skechers. Pardon me. All names we want to look at for tomorrow. CL puts, CL already crashed, but good idea though. So those CL puts, remember they bought those a while ago? Those June puts for $1 million. The stock has already crashed. That was about a $4 move in CL. Let's give an example. So CL is down 1% today. The puts are going to move pretty. I mean, I guess you could still do CL puts. Let me look at this. You might be onto something. How much did they pay for those CL 92.5 puts in June? You might be onto something. They paid. They paid like $250 and they're only $295. Who was it? In the chat. Oh my God, Richie, you made 258% on Boeing. Jack, great job in XXP. You might have to start doing SPX. You're trading so much size. Who posted CL in the chat? Okay. Who put Joy? I think you're onto something, Joy. And I think I want to participate with you. Let me see how CL historically performs on earnings. Ooh, gap down wow, huge gap down last quarter. Gap down this quarter, up, up. You might be onto something, and I might just take you up on that. The reason why I like CL is it's a $92 stock, but the implied move is probably like $2. You could actually use my SPX indicator. It's 325. Huh. I think I want to trade this. There's really no paper, but in June or option flow paper from a while back. But I think I'm convinced. I just don't know if I want to do a weekly option or not. Weekly options are obviously very risky, but I think I might. I think I might want to do a CL weekly option. Maybe if not a weekly, maybe like next week. What's the biggest order? May 89 puts. Nothing big. I'll do a couple contracts. Why not? I feel like some earnings in my life. So let's say the stock moves down $3. Let's just round, do easy math. Let's say we're at 93. We move down $3. So we go down to 90. Man, these puts are wide. Maybe like these are the widest markets I've seen. The next week, 90. They're wide too. E. E. Everything's so wide. You know what? I'll do two contracts of the 90 two puts, maybe at like 130. I'll do $260 of risk. And we'll do weeklies. Well, I got instantly filled. Probably could have got 125. You know what, Joy, you persuaded me, and I'm very easily persuaded. So I'll take a $260 little earnings risk. I like that. It's a slow stock. So we'll do CL. Let me do caps. Weekly 92 put. It's cheap. It's cheap. And why not? Something cheap for earnings. Trust me, CL was not on my first thing to play today. When I woke up, I did not think, hey, I'm going to trade CL. But hey, why not? Why not? It's all good. All right, let's see what else we got. Lyft. I will keep adding to Lyft puts ahead of earnings. Lyft is just it's up a lot because the high beta stocks are up a lot today. So I think I have a 30 lot now. How many lots? Oh, I have a 20 lot. I'll probably build a 100 lot into earnings. So if it keeps going up, I'll keep buying puts. But Lyft's a high beta stock. So all the high beta stocks are up today. Tilray, Canopy Dope, Super Micro. Oh, BHVN. Remember those May calls, that $1 million trade? $1.6 million. I had these and I sold them. Wow, they're $4 now. Did they buy more? Stock could get bought out. Looks like they did the May 27.5, 32.5 call spread. Ooh, could get a buyout in this biotech. Look at that. They bought calls on April 17th, and the stock is up 20% since then. So I know a lot of people have been told the wrong way to trade markets by avoiding them and not buying sell-offs. But you see how professional traders buy when there's a lot of fear, right? You see, they bought calls right here. And look at the stock now. So everyone's saying, the market's at a storm. Don't buy it. It's not safe. We're not over the 15, 20, 50, 1,000 moving average. You're never going to make money in the markets following that because everyone else is looking at that. If you follow what everyone else is doing, there's a reason why 99% of people lose money in markets. Wow. So they're up 50, they're up 800,000 on BHVN. They bought the calls at $3 and now they're 460. So they're up over 800,000. Netflix still rocking here. Wow, that's a big win. And then you have like GLD. I saw someone did call spreads, and I looked at the price of the call spreads, and they were still flat. I was like, what? This is make believe trading. All right. You think you could come over? Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, thank you for the bass. I know. I caught one today. It took me like 20 casts, though, to be fair. All right, let's see what else we have for earnings. We have Intel. Intel. Yes, I need to wait for the 8-day, the 15, the 20-day, the 50-day, the 100-day. Then once stocks are up over all the moving averages, it's safe to buy. But guess what? They're going to rally another 10%. And then you're going to buy at the peak, the dead high. Oh, that was a good one. Yes, they have to cross the 50, 100, 15, 70, 60. And then people just draw a lot of lines on their chart. And it's like, really? You know, I'm playing Picasso. Once the stock crosses here, it's safe to buy. It's like, no, you want to buy when no one else wants to buy. You want to sell when everyone wants to buy. It's all market psychology. But eventually, if you stick around here, I'll show you how real trading is done. It's a learning curve, so stick around. All right, let's look at our good friend Intel. So I will be honest, Intel has already moved a lot. So we are chasing. I mean, most stocks have moved. So if you haven't been in the stock market the past really week, you've kind of are late to the party. And I'm going to be late to the party and not bring any food or drinks if I trade Intel. Do I want to? No. Will I? Probably. So Intel had a little weekly call buyer today. Seen some long dated puts, probably hedges. I mean, I really don't love anything in Intel because it's already moved, but I am a gambling man. Why not? I am a gambling man. If the implied move is cheap, I'll trade it. Wow. Oh, good job, Stacy. Well, you did even better. You did even better. Very good. All right, let's figure out how we can trade Intel. Shall we? Google. Let's see the implied move. $9. Are those 165 calls still holding an open interest? That we did Google 165s the other day, right? Or was it the 162 and a half? I already forgot. I do so many trades a day. I've done 56 fills today, 43 trades. It's the 165 calls for May 2nd. Here we go. All right, May 2nd, 165 calls. They're at $3. I think I got out of them at like $2. God, I got out at 112. Google calls are up. I don't even want to say. Yeah, they already moved. I'm gonna pass on Google. It's already moved too much. I mean, I guess you could sell bull put credit spreads, but the stock has already moved like 8%. Do we want to sell bull put credit spreads in Google? And then we'll move to Intel. So 159 minus 9 is 150. Can we get a decent credit? Let's look. 20 cents. Bleh. Nope. Can we get a lotto, maybe call spread? We have $2.50 wide strikes. Ew. It's not friendly. You could do the 165, 170 bull call spread. if you want for $1.20. So you risk $1.20 to make $5. I mean, I don't love it personally, so I'm gonna avoid it. I'm being a chicken, and I'm gonna avoid Google. I think it goes higher, but I'm not gonna trade it. But Intel, if there's cheap options, let's trade it. Oh, you're up 400% in Intel. Oh God, Suzanne. Oh goodness. This is what I mean. I really don't want to buy calls because you have people like Suzanne who are probably going to sell the calls to me. Oh no. Oh, this is the hard part about not getting in early because now everything you're late to the party. So like buying calls, like I've been selling calls all day in stocks, not buying them. Um, yeah, Tesla. The only reason I didn't put a new trade on Tesla is because volatility. If you look at like the May or June options, they're barely up with a stock up 3%. So I'm just waiting for implied vol to die down. It should be dead next week. So the options will be cheaper. All right, let's look at this Intel. I really don't want to trade it, but I might. I just like the stock a lot. All right, let's say $1.50 implied move to 21 and a half. 22, $23 is our bull upside target. I mean, they're cheap. Downside target is 20. There's a little call skew, about 2 cents higher. Why? How do I can't say no to Intel. How much money do I want to risk? If I'm completely wrong and the options go to 0, what is my max loss? So remember, ask yourself, what is my max loss on every trade? Not what is my max gain? This trader bought the weekly 23 calls. How much do I want to risk, gang? 500, 600, or 1,000? How much should we risk in Intel? I'm going to do some weekly calls, win, lose, or draw. I just don't know how much I want to put in. How do you find the implied move? It's right here, MMM. Or what you can do is go to the option chain. It will say plus minus. Or what you can do is look at the at the money calls. So 21 and a half. The calls are 80 cents. Plus the at the money puts are about 80 cents, 85 cents to be exact. So 80 plus 80 is 160. So 160 is the implied move. Kathy, it should be on there. So pull up Kathy on your platform. If you pull up the option chain, it should be MMM. Or if it does not, what you can do is look at the plus minus sign with the percentage. And then if you don't see it there, you could just manually add the current underlying stock price, so 21 and a half, and look at the calls. They're about 80 cents. The put should be very similar, 85 cents to be exact. So if you add 80 plus 85, you get 165. Got it? All right. I don't love this trade, but I've had a good day. So now I'm like, how much do I want to lose if I'm wrong? We'll do Intel. Why not? Let's do. I really don't want to do next week, do I? All right, let's price out next week compared to this week. The next week, 22 calls are 90 cents. The 23 calls are 55 cents. So that's next week. What about this week? This week, the 22 calls are 62 cents. The 23 calls are 31 cents. Why not? Let's just do the 22 calls at, let's try 62 cents. 63 cents. I'll pay up for them because my oh my, why not? And now they're 64 cents. So bidding on the weekly 22 calls in Intel, we'll give it 2 seconds. If we don't get filled in 2 seconds, we'll just, we got filled. 63 cents for the weekly 22 calls in Intel. All or nothing. My max risk is $630. Win, lose, or draw. If we lose, I'll cry. Not really. If we win, hopefully we get a huge short squeeze. We'll see. I mean, Intel's it's a something. It's a something stock. The new CEO, maybe he pumps the stock or the stock crashes like it usually does, but it's only $630. Worth the risk. Right? A little something in us. Ooh, I want to buy more Lyft puts. Lyft, I'm gonna slam some puts on you. How much? 85? Can I get another 10 contracts at 85? Start building a Lyft crash position. Oh, we only got a minute left. Just get filled at 86. I just need some puts in my life too, in case we get a big gap down in the market. And all these high beta stocks get whacked. Meta calls ahead of Google earnings. So Meta is a correlated Google play. Could do it, but I'm not. Yes, all the weeklies are this Friday. So when I say weekly, it means this Friday. Say monthly, it's the May 16th. You say June, it's the June 3rd week. IBM had earnings today. They took a little bit of a hit. A little haircut. Some Uber puts. Oh, look, a mind reader. This trader is reading my mind. Uber, Lyft puts. Welcome. How much did you spend? 135 grand. I spent like 2,000 or 850 bucks. Well, they do a little bit more size than I did. We'll see what happens with Google after the closing bell here. And we'll keep an eye on Intel. Yeah, I still have about a 20 lot of BitDeer. I had a 50 lot yesterday. Now I have a 20 lot of BitDeer. I wish I would have added more, sadly. I always say that. And I need to just get that ingrained in me. I should have added more yesterday, and I should have added more this morning. I should have added when that BitDeer call buyer came in today. So if you notice, ever since that guy in BitDeer, girl came in and bought more calls at 11:30, look what happened to the stock in BitDeer. So it was relatively flat today, right? And then at 11:30, look at this. Look at the stock. It just shot up and then it went higher all day from that call buyer. I bet you volume popped on that too. Where's look at this. Nice volume breakout though in BitDeer, huh? But look at here, right there, 11:30. Look, there's your call buyer. You see how volume popped when those calls were bought? And look what happened to the stock. So I should have said, hey, let me add with the trader. I added yesterday, but I should have added more. Those little stocks, once they get rocking, I mean, they get rocking. And that's what stuck out. 400,000 into a small $10, what is it, blockchain, whatever, mining. I should have added a lot more. So that was my mistake. I should have maximized it better. Do we have anything out after the bell? I need to get, do I have after hours on here? No. So SPX, XXP is at max value today. A whopping $370. Yay. Let me see. Do we have after hours anywhere? I don't think I have. I'll just pull a blank chart. After hours on. Intel guiding lower. Uh-oh. Intel didn't move. Really? Well, that would be 630 bucks I'll never see again. I should have followed Susie and bought them the other day. Anything else out in Google? Google is up. I should have did the Google call spread. No. Google's up 9. I should have did the Google call spread. All right, to be honest, I should have held those Google calls from Shadow Trader. They would be up about 800%. There's Google 170. So that Facebook buyer got it perfect because you're gonna have Facebook catch a bid here. Yeah, look at that. Facebook up 15. Sneaky, sneaky. Well, the good part is the market is going to be rocking tomorrow. NASDAQ futures catching a huge bid. So that'll be good for longs. Good job on Google. Wow, Google, nice beat. Yeah, I should have done those Google call spreads. $1.20 to 5. That would have been good. Intel, even with a no move, my options will go to 0. So I need like a $3 or a $3 move. I need a yeah, they'll be at 0. Stock needs to hit like 22.5. So those will not be working. Gilead, are you out? Gilead down. Wow, $7. That's a lot. The CL out tomorrow. Maybe can make back my 600. Yeah, they're before the open. Oh, Google did a buyback. That's why the shares are rocking. Google buyback. Well, that will do it. Google buyback. Yeah, Google buyback. So it'll be good. Rivian. Oh, you got some Rivian. Nice. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Yeah, Tesla closed on the highs. Nice little move. Nice little move. Google up. It's up a little. Not a huge move, though. What was the implied move? $9. It's up 7. 937, and it's up $8. The 170 calls were $1.73. They'll probably open probably down tomorrow. The market makers have priced these earnings to perfection. And T-Mobile is down. Probably will hurt Verizon 18 Verizon AT&T tomorrow. Is Skechers out? Skechers down. Ooh, man, got a lot of bad earnings. Bear market. Just kidding. Oh, I didn't see this trade in CLX. They are buying puts in all the staples. Clorox puts here too. So all the staples, meaning risk is going into high beta stocks. So money is going into the risky stocks, the high beta, the AI stocks, the NASDAQ stocks, all that jazz. You know, I should have took those Facebook calls. Facebook would have been a cheap way to play Google. I should have took those Facebooks. Facebook up $12 after hours. Oh, and then you know what? Those Netflix. That's why they were slamming Netflix all day calls. Ah, that makes sense. I should have put the pieces better. The pieces to the puzzle. All right, what else do we have, chat? Anything else? Can you hold Rocket Lab for tomorrow? Of course. Probably be up tomorrow with Google. Probably be up nicely. What is your preferred volatility study? You can just look at IMPV. It's a free study. So IMPV. I actually did a video on this today. So speaking of volatility, this is why we do the SPX XXP trade. You might be saying, Lance, why do you do it at 10 a.m.? Well, what happens to volatility in the morning? It usually goes down. So when you sell options, the best time to do it is high volatility. So when volatility is usually at its peak, I know we peaked here because the VIX bounced, but market was still going up. And then volatility collapses. So you usually want to sell options with high implied volatility, buy options with low implied volatility. So that's why I've been selling those XPX, XPS trades, because it's you don't have to like day trade or do anything high risk. Like I see some people scalping like the S&P and stuff. That's very difficult to do, and you're gonna spend a ton in commissions doing that as well. So don't do that. This is a lot easier. Google's only up $6 now. It's really not a big move, especially for a buyback. So we'll see. Maybe the market might fade tomorrow. COF, no opinion. Too pricey. Oh, good job, Jack. Jeez. Oh yeah, you're up north. You got the stripers. We got bass in the lake, but we got saltwater too. Gilead recovered a little bit. No biggie there. But yeah, we might have a little bit of a, I don't know. Earnings really aren't that crazy. I mean, really, again, like I said with Intel, everything already moved the past few days. So trying to time earnings is really not that, the stocks have already made their earnings move the past couple of days. So really the best thing to do is like what we did in Tesla yesterday. If you get a post earnings dip, buy calls and then just day trade them. That'd probably be the best thing to do. Because even like Google calls, they probably won't even make money. Yeah, they won't even make money tomorrow. So the best thing to do was, buy calls into earnings and then sell them pre-earnings. Yes. Good job in NVIDIA, 280%. Man, y'all are crushing it. Wow. That's good to see. Palantir already moved today. So kind of a same thing on what I'm talking about. Why when you have Palantir making I put a lot of money in Palantir, so obviously I like it. But you've had Palantir stock up 20% in 1, 2, 3, 4 days. That's the earnings right there. This is an earnings move. So now trying to go in and buy calls, chasing it, you're too late. So again, I hate to be like the negative Nancy, but everything pretty much already moved. So if you're not in these stocks, it's like me with Intel. Prime example. Learn from my $600 mistake. Intel already moved. Here I am winning a dice roll in Intel, and I'm going to lose $630 tomorrow, right? Because the stock already made its move. So you're basically trying to play catch up and the race is already over. And that's a lot of those. Hood, like I looked at Hood earlier. The stock was $30 the other day. Now it's 48. Again, too late. Unless we get a big sell-off between now and some of these earnings, you're probably going to be hard to participate. So again, just being real. Again, kind of like we talked about, when everyone starts buying stocks, when everyone says, look, they cleared their 8, 15, 20-day moving average, it's safe to buy. It's too late. So like right now, the market, we've made a huge move. You don't want to buy up here. So like today, if you look at all my positions, just about, you see how most were selling, closing, closing, closing. That or, buying some puts. Because I do think you need to buy puts here. You need to hedge. You need to buy some puts, especially if you're still holding longs. You need to look at hedging. You could buy VIX calls, but usually just put buying's better. Because if you buy VIX calls, it's very hard to make money in the VIX. I'll give you an example. If you go to the May options, the calls are down 20%. The puts are up 5%, and there's no market for them. You look at the puts, 12%, 6%, 13%. Calls are down 20%. It's just really no market to trade them by getting directional. And I guess you could buy call spreads, would be your best bet for a hedge, or you just buy Q puts. Skechers is down. Yes. I have super micro and a structured note. So I'm down, I think, like 20 grand in super micro. So I need super micro to stay above 40. And then I make money. But right now, I think I'm down like 22,000. I don't know, Steve. That depends on the marketing people. AMD is up. Yeah, AMD usually moves inverse. It's Stonkomania brother at gmail.com. Gary, on the S5, do you open as the spot determines the trade, or do you use the high low for the first 15 minutes? So you'll see if the VIX is higher or lower than the previous 15-minute VIX candle at 10 a.m. And then you'll sell. We'll put credit spreads or bear call spreads based on the direction of the VIX. But if you don't need to know all that, I create an indicator to do everything for you. So if it's up, you want to sell market maker bull put credit spreads at 10 a.m. If it's a down arrow, sell bear call spreads at 10 a.m. So, very I tried to make it as easy as possible, basically, to do. And that's why it took so long. Yeah, I tried doing it as simple as possible. Simplicity, as they say. CLS, it's a big stock, too expensive. But yeah, a lot of stuff is not really moving here. Google is only up $5 now. All right, well, good job not doing Google call spreads. Oh gosh. If you're new, you're probably like, what? Google's up. What do you mean? But yeah, Google, even if I did the 165, 170 call spreads, I probably would have lost money. Stock is now up only $4. So if you look like today, Google was up $4. After hours, it's up $5. So, today was basically the earnings. That's why I'm saying it's very hard to make money on these high implied volatility names that have already moved so much, which Google has the past couple of days. Interesting. Hopefully we get a little squeeze in BitDeer tomorrow. A little crash in Uber and Lyft. Maybe Tesla will pull back for me. Maybe like $15 would be nice. And make those options come down. Just really prefer some cheaper stuff. They kept buying love calls. They kept buying it. Probably Elliott Management, that hedge fund. They're the ones who have a big position in love. That's why when I saw the stock down this morning, I go, there's no way they're going to let the stock down. There's no way. And then sure enough, within like the first 10 minutes, it was green. I go, yep, That's them. They will not let the stock go red. And they did not. So keep an eye on, I would say for tomorrow, keep an eye on Netflix. If you could buy some cheap calls at the open, maybe go $10 out the money. I like them. You keep buying Target puts. I don't know if that's a tariff play or what, but I have noticed a lot of Target puts the past few days. Keep an eye on copper, Freeport. We did a day trade in that today, but if copper keeps going, that'll be good. And maybe even you can even look at Coinbase, the weekly calls. If you want a little, those crypto stocks can kind of beat to their own drum. Trader bought some 210s today. Probably do those if it opens flat or down. Let's see what else. PDD, no. Adobe, no thanks. Rocket Mortgage. Man, they even bought Snowflake calls. Man, everything. Calls. But I do think a little sell-off would be good here. I think people are getting too complacent with the market rallying. So a sell-off would be, I would say, the next line of a move should be a sell-off. So if you start seeing people saying buy stocks like CNBC or other people saying, all right, the hurricane's been downgraded, then you know to start selling, buying puts, selling stocks. But if everyone's still pretty bearish, the market's going to go lower. So it's really, you really got to take it day by day and see what the sentiment is. But I would not be shocked if they start selling Google off here either. But we'll see. Google sells off, the Qs are going to sell off, which I think we need. So remember, just be a contrarian. And then next week we'll have more information. Ooh, white perch. That sounds good. Yeah, it does. If you need more information, make sure, I don't know if I did it here. I don't have it. Over the next couple of days, the information will start being released with the XXP trades. Basically, whenever the marketing people get to posting them, let me even look. I haven't even looked at the video. Do I even have a link to it? Isn't it sad? I haven't even looked at the video that I did. And this is a true story too, by the way, with my buddy Andrew. I was at his wedding. Is he in the video?
I don't know. I don't know. He's changing all the scripts. I don't know. He has an idea of his buddy coming into town, so he wants to rewrite the whole thing. He's being a diva, dude. I don't know.
He said I'm being a diva? Oh my God. Can y'all hear that? He said I was being a diva.
I've been working on for the last 8 weeks.
I didn't see that. I remember doing this.
$350.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? He said I was being a diva. I mean, it's true. Oh, so it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. I need to put in my own email. Stonk. Oh, mania brother at gmail.com. Wow. I'm going to have to message Rodney. That is hilarious. Oh, phone number. Good Lord. I thought it said an email. We're texting you a copy of Lance's 4 p.m. trade tracker. Where's my phone? Is this bad that I don't? Did I even get anything? Wait, I didn't get a thing. Did anyone get a message? It didn't when I did it. Huh, I didn't get a message either. When did they texted me? Let's find out. I entered my number and y'all didn't text me anything. Is it bad that I have to message the company? I didn't get nothing. Did anyone get anything? I didn't get a copy. And I'm the one who did the damn track record. Have you unsubbed before? No. It's text. Did y'all get a text with it? No. Huh. Look at us. Oh, no worry, bunch of styles. And if I did miss your question, I do apologize. Repost it. I just saw your thing. Huh. Yeah, I didn't get nothing. Well, I'm glad I found this out with y'all. Because this is my own thing. And I didn't even get an own text message from my own thing. I wonder if anyone in the company is watching this. Huh, that is I mean, not hilarious, it's horrible. Well, I am very, excuse me, I'm very, very happy that I did this with y'all because I didn't get nothing either. And now I feel like I'm a liar because it uses my name. I want to see it too. I mean, I have it here. Oh, we haven't done the last few days, have we? No. Oh, it's because I'm traveling Sunday. That's right. Where is the I think there's I would assume sending this. But I didn't get nothing. All right, I'll fix it, or I won't fix it. I'll tell them to fix it because I don't know how. That's back end stuff. You did, Jim? How? How did you get it? Maybe I didn't check the box. Hmm. Jim, how did you hit the like button? Oh, the like button. That's YouTube. Thank you. I forgot about that. I am stunned, shell shocked. Wow. Just please know I don't make these pages or anything like that, or know how to even do the cell phone. I barely even text my girlfriend. She gets mad at me. Most of the time, I do a voice text and then it's all misspelled. Wow. I'm surprised more people didn't call. Wow. Well, I will get to the bottom of this um, and find out the why. But I do appreciate. Let me try one more time. Maybe I'm just completely blind and do not know how to work a website. But if you need anything, I agree. I think you have to click the box. Yeah, it makes you click the box. Look at this, liars, lies. Oh, too funny. All right, if you guys or girls need anything, I'll put my email one more time in there, in the chat. Sorry about that, and I wish Intel was up $10 instead of down a couple. So we'll try to come back at it tomorrow. I'll post my email here. at gmail.com. Stonkomania brother at gmail.com. I think they gave me like an official email. But then it didn't work. Something was wrong with it, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, tomorrow, keep an eye on Netflix, Facebook, really Google. We really need to move to over 168 for it to exceed the market maker's move. Biohaven, BHVN. I wish I would have held those calls. There's still up a lot. But also, I would probably start looking at a little bit of it depends what Google does tomorrow. If Google continues to rally, then Qs will go up. But I would be a little bit cautious here. Maybe start peppering in some puts. You do have a lot of earnings next week. So those big stocks will drive earnings. But I think we're getting a little too extended. Or maybe look at selling some covered calls, bear call spreads. Just a little bit defensive stuff. I think gold gets liquidated, continues. Ideally, I would like to see some energy stocks, see some option flow. Because I think energy does well. I think gold probably sells off a little. Just because they're too crowded trades. Everyone's short energy, long gold. And I own gold, so I want it to go up. I'm just saying short term. It seems a little too... A lot of stuff seems a little extended here. Google's up almost 7. Not much. Yeah, you don't have to close it out or do anything. Howard Ludwig was saying it's a great trend to buy Tesla when the price is so low. Yeah, I get that. That's why I was buying Tesla the other day. The only issue with Tesla right now, and trust me, I want to get back into it. Just the options are so expensive. So I was going to go out to June today to buy some time, but look how pricey these options are. It's just really, 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 really rich. So implied volatility should come down over these next few days, and they'll be a lot more affordable, thankfully. Yeah, I did some puts in GLD. I started peppering some GLD puts today in the option pit. So I started peppering in the 305s for May 2nd. Small, I only did 4 contracts. I'll probably do like a 10 lots at 3,500 of risk. You do have very high implied vol though in gold. So that's why I went short and pretty far out the money in gold. And you know what you could do? Here we go. I'll wrap up with this. You know what you could do as well is start looking at the long bond. It's actually a good pairs trade. Here's a good pairs trade. Look at the long bond, TLT. You could have a move higher in bonds. So what you would do, let's say you buy TLT calls. You look for a breakout over the previous high. So 89, 89.06. You break out there, you probably trade back up to maybe 90 to 92. But that's a good little hedge too. Get in some TLT calls. And again, you can see it's not really overextended. It was pretty bearish. It's actually probably a good how much are calls? Are they cheap? Yeah, not bad. You go to the May 88s for 167. Not bad at all. And they have a weeklies as well. Actually, yeah, I like TLT actually better. Better trade. You're hedged and you cheap options. What are June's? Oh, heck, you even go to June if you want. Still cheap. But I didn't write this down. I actually like this trade a lot. I keep talking about it. Long bond, TLT. Maybe that will be my travel pick. So I travel Monday or Sunday night. Usually when I'm away from the computer, the markets crash. Not, I don't want to say crash, and I'm traveling a couple hours, but that might be a good little setup. Long TLT, cheap protection, and you don't have to worry so much about volatility of the regular stock market with bonds. Kind of like it. Talking myself into it too. The more, oh, you did? Well, there you go, Mark. You bought TLT today. Why is it so flipping expensive? Because there's every day there's some new news, so they have continued really the past, I would say, 2 or 3 weeks, just making the option market just so pricey because the intraday moves are so big. Oh, good job, good job. I like that idea. Mark did the June 87s in TLT. I like that. Good pickup. I approve of the purchase. Now, now to do it for myself. I feel like I've been a little late to the party. All right, but I'm gonna wrap it up here, gang. I had fun with y'all. We'll be back tomorrow and back on the normal schedule. I'll try to fix that error with, man, some of the marking messages are hilarious that I get. We'll try to fix that error to see what is wrong. I don't know what with the text thing, but thank you all for bringing that to my attention because I didn't even know. I didn't even check. Heck, I haven't even watched the video or anything yet. So thank you all. Yes, thank you. And make sure if you're new, there's the YouTube. If you turn on the notifications, you'll never miss when we go live again. You'll get like a little thing on your phone. Like the little I have no notifications. Wow. The little thing on your phone too, or on the if you have the YouTube app. All right. Thank you all, and good to chat with everyone. Glad to see so many familiar faces, familiar names. And let me figure out how to log off the Zoom. Now to find out how to log off Zoom. Zoom, I can't find you. Oh, here you are.